Writing about definitions. This presentation will discuss approaches writers can take when defining terms, concepts, and ideas. Defining terms, concepts, and ideas can shape the way we think about the world around us. How we define ourselves and our relationship to others is also important. Both academically and in the real world, definitions play a major role. Writing instructors may assign papers which require definitions developed from experience, academic sources, or a combination of both. Hopefully, this presentation will help clarify writing which attempts to define. Definitions in academic writing. Definitions of terms, concepts, and ideas are very important in academic writing. For instance, scholars continue to publish articles which attempt to define many terms and concepts, such as gender, race, literacy, and sexuality. Definitions are a major part of academic writing. Many instructors assign papers in which a major component of the assignment may be to define something. There are several reasons for why instructors may give this kind of assignment, and for why we define terms, concepts, and ideas in academic writing generally. Personal definitions of abstract terms. Often writers may be challenged with an assignment which involves defining an abstract concept, such as love, courage, patriotism, or citizenship. In this type of an assignment, an instructor may challenge writers to develop their own definitions of abstract terms in order for others to build on their own definitions of these terms. Anecdotes and stories can help with definitions of these kind. Conversely, writers often define something in terms of what a concept isn't. A personal example or story which illustrates the opposite of the term in question is also helpful for audience to understand definitions. Academic and technical definitions. Defining a technical or academic term most audiences would be unfamiliar with is also a good reason for defining in writing. For example, globalization has been defined in many different ways by many different scholars. As the citizens in the world become more and more linked in a variety of ways, definitions of globalization become more and more important. In an essay in which an instructor assigns an extended definition of this kind, a writer may familiarize his or her audience with several definitions from different scholars to suggest a definition of globalization themselves. Approaches to avoid when defining terms. Several different approaches to defining ideas or concepts should probably be avoided in writing. Quote, "The dictionary defines courage as," unquote, is a mistake often made by writers which can bore audiences. Vague definitions and generalities should often be avoided as well. Examples, anecdotes, stories, scholarly sources, these are all wise approaches to take when defining a term. Have fun and enjoy writing.